A warm welcome to you here on TV News Hour here on TV Sapiencia. The top stories today. The Federal Ministry of Arts, Culture, Tourism and Creative Economy has announced the introduction of the Creative Economy Development Fund, which is tailored to roll out loan opportunities for creatives. In New York, in the blockbuster federal sex trafficking trial of music mogul Diddy, who stands accused of years of harrowing abuse. Nigeria were held to a goalless draw by Morocco in a tense Group B encounter at the ongoing CAF Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations in Cairo yesterday, Sunday. My name is Chioma Victor. Now the news in full. The Federal Ministry of Arts, Culture, Tourism and Creative Economy has announced the introduction of the Creative Economy Development Fund, which is tailored to roll out loan opportunities for creatives. In a statement by Nneka Anibueze, Special Advisor to the Minister of Arts, Culture and Creative Economy, Hannatu Masawa, today, Monday, the ministry invited eligible creatives, entrepreneurs and organizations to apply for funding through the Creative Economy Development Fund. Musawa said that the fund is a strategic national investment designed to unlock the vast potential of Nigeria's creative sector, positioning it as a driver for growth and cultural diplomacy. The fund provides tailored financial support through debt, equity and grant funding to boost and promote innovation and increase global visibility for Nigeria's creative assets, cultural projects and tourism-linked enterprises. Away from that, we move right now to Anambra State, where the state governor, Professor Soludo, has assured the people of the state that his administration remained more committed to their welfare and development. He stated these at St. Jude Catholic Church, Fege, Onitsha, on Sunday yesterday, while speaking at the Thanksgiving service of the national chairman of the party, Chief Sly Ezokenwa, who celebrated the Supreme Court judgment that affirmed him as the authentic national chairman of APGA. Recall that the Supreme Court on November 27, 2024 affirmed Ezokenwa as the authentic national chairman of APGA, putting an end to the party's leadership dispute between Ezokenwa and his challenger, Chief Edozie Njoko. Speaking further on the celebration, Governor Soludo thanked the party supporters for standing strong with its national chairman during the court battle. The Niger Delta Development Commission has warned the public regarding the activities of fraudsters offering non-existent postgraduate scholarships to unsuspecting victims. The Director of Corporate Affairs at the NDDC, Mrs. Seledy Thompson Wakama, issued a warning in a statement released in Port Harcourt yesterday, Sunday. She disclosed that the scammers had been soliciting funds from members of the public under the pretext of securing scholarship placements. She further clarified that all official communication concerning the Commission's scholarship program is conducted the official NDDC portal, that is www.scholarship.nddc.gov.ng. Thompson Wakama urged anyone who receives such fraudulent emails to report them immediately to the appropriate law enforcement authorities for prompt investigation and action. She encouraged Nigerians interested in the NDDC's programs to utilize only the official NDDC communication channels. The Nigerian Correctional Service yesterday Sunday refuted recent media reports alleging substandard feeding conditions in custodial centers across the country, describing the claims as false, misleading and a gross misrepresentation of the realities within the facilities. In a statement released by the Public Relations Officer, Deputy Controller of Corrections, Omar Abubakar, the service clarified that inmate feeding is conducted in line with the Nigerian Correctional Service Act 2019. He further noted that the allegations were not new and had previously been addressed during a television appearance. Addressing concerns about the adequacy of meals, the service affirmed that all food served in correctional facilities meet established health standards. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has announced that no date has been set for the continuous voter registration (CVR). The Commission also clarified that there is no current schedule for the transfer and replacement of lost permanent voters cards, that's PVCs. This clarification was made by INEC's Chief Press Secretary, Rotimi Onyekami, via the Commission's official X, formerly Twitter, account on Sunday yesterday. Onyekami also urged the public to disregard disregard fake anonymous statements circulating online, claiming that the services will resume on May 27. He emphasized that the Commission would make an official announcement about the resumption date through at the appropriate time. As the National Immunization Plus exercise progresses in Anambra State, children within the stipulated ages of 0 to 5 years in Onitsha metropolis are receiving their share of oral polio vaccine. It was observed that health workers with their medical kits embarked on house-to-house, churches, fixed posts and other designated areas in search of children under the specified age. Commenting on the exercise, the officer in charge of Onitsha North Primary Health Center, Mrs. Ifeanyi said that they have all the necessary logistics needed for the exercise, appreciating Governor Soludo's efforts in the health sector, calling on parents and other caregivers to avail their children the opportunity of being immunized as the exercise, which commenced on Saturday, 3rd of May, ends tomorrow. Out of the 40,247 underage candidates who sat for the 2025 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination UTME, only 467, which is 1.16%, scored high enough to be classified under the exceptional ability category, the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board has revealed. Now, this is from a total of 1,955,069 processed results for the year. In a post made on X, formerly Twitter, via its official handle, JAMB HQ, the examination body today, Monday, disclosed that although the underage candidates were permitted to showcase their academic prowess, their performance in the subsequent 3 stages is still pending, indicating that the evaluation process for these prodigious candidates is far from over. The board also shed light on disturbing cases of misconduct and absenteeism that characterized the 2025 UTME. A total of 97 candidates were involved in examination infractions. That 2,157 others are currently undergoing investigations for suspected malpractices. Also concerning is the large number of students who failed to appear for the examination altogether. That is 71,701 candidates were absent. The board confirmed, offering no immediate breakdown of reasons for their non-participation. JAMB also addressed the issue of biometric verification challenges, a recurring problem in recent years. Candidates facing biometric challenges are under investigation, and those who are cleared will be rescheduled for examination at designated centers, it announced. In addition, some results remain unavailable as processing continues for certain categories. According to the release, a press conference has been scheduled to provide further updates, during which individual results will be announced and access to result checking portals will be enabled for all candidates. Away from JAMB and Nigeria, we move to New York, where jury selection begins today, Monday. In New York, in a blockbuster federal sex trafficking trial of music mogul Diddy, who stands accused of years of heroin abuse. Combs, 55, has pleaded not guilty on all accounts, insisting that any sex acts were consensual. But prosecutors say for years he coerced victims into drug-fueled sex parties using threats and violence. At a recent hearing, his attorney, Mark Agnifilo, offered a preview of his team's defense by describing the artist's freewheeling swinger lifestyle. The prosecution said it had offered Combs a plea deal. The specifics were not disclosed, but that he had rejected it. Combs faces one charge of racketeering conspiracy, the federal statute known by its acronym RICO, that was once primarily used to target the mafia, but in recent years has been wielded in cases of sexual abuse, including against the fallen R&B star R. Kelly. It allows government attorneys to project a long view of criminal activity rather than prosecuting isolated sex crimes. If convicted, the one-time rap producer and global superstar, who is often credited for his role in ushering hip-hop into the mainstream, could spend the rest of his life in prison. Well, from that story, we move to sports right now. Nigeria were held to a goalless draw by Morocco in a tense Group B encounter at the ongoing CAF Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations in Cairo on Sunday yesterday. In a contest that revived memories of their dramatic 2005 semi-final duel, which Nigeria edged on penalties after a 2-2 draw Both sides battled intensely but lacked the clinical edge in front of goal to make a decisive impact. The fixture marked Nigeria's 99th appearance in the history of the Under-20 AFCON, and despite dominant spells during the game, the Flying Eagles were unable to secure what would have been their 57th win in the competition. Despite the draw, Nigeria maintained their strong record in second group games, extending their unbeaten run in such fixtures to 5W3D2 with their last defeat in a second group match dating back to 2011 against Cameroon. The result leaves Group B delicately poised, with both teams still in contention for a place in the knockout stage as they head into the final round of matches, but leveled on 4 points, one ahead of Tunisia in third. Curtains will drop on Group B with the Flying Eagles facing bottom Kenya, who are yet to earn a point at the 30th June Stadium in Cairo, while the Moroccans face Tunisia in a winners-take-all encounter simultaneously at the Suez Canal Stadium in Ismaila on Wednesday. With that story, we'll wrap it up on this hour's news stories. A quick reminder of our top stories. The Federal Ministry of Art, Culture, Tourism and Creative Economy has announced the introduction of the Creative Economy Development Fund, which is tailored to roll out loan opportunities for creatives. Jury selection begins on Monday in New York in the blockbuster federal sex trafficking trial of music mogul Diddy, who stands accused of years of harrowing abuse. Nigeria were held to a goalless draw in Morocco in a tense Group B encounter at the ongoing CAF Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations in Cairo on Sunday. Well, that's it. Many thanks for joining us on the news on TV Sapiencia. My name is Chioma Victoromeka. Thank you so much for watching. Do have a great time.